Good morning, everyone. I'm now speaking into my microphone. I hope that's registering with everyone. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm more prepared this time than I am most draw streams, but that might also count a bit as cheating. I'm not sure. I'll just pop over to it. As you can see here, I got the format out. I should probably do this more often, at least if it goes very smoothly this time. Of just roughing out a bit of the ideas I had planned. I didn't do too much, because as you can see here, I still got to do kind of the rest of the I can't pronounce that. Contubernium. And here we got a total of 8 Legionaries. This guy counts as one. There's 2. Okay. I gotta give these guys their various little jobs and thingamajigs. What you guys cannot see is that I have Firefox open with about 50 million different tabs right now. I'm going in between those. So right now I'm doing the most fun specialist job for a Roman, which was of course the trumpet guy. Oh, I'm sorry, my chat is all the way like, it's like fucked up. How do I see that? I didn't know people were talking this whole time. L Chang, yes. Hello, chat. Well, hello. Well, yourself, Dr. Nobody. So yeah, right now I'm deciding which specialist jobs to rough out, at least for this stream. Already got the trumpeter. Surveyor, I'm assuming, is like the map guy. I don't even know if he actually like makes the maps or if he's just doing that for the guys that actually do make the maps. I should also apologize if I'm a little low energy tonight. I may or may not have the Fauci disease, by which I mean COVID, but let me not claim what I'm not sure, but it is a possibility. But it's not too aggressive on me. Are gun tubers cringe, yay or nay? At first, you tapped into my 2000s era Call of Duty mind. I thought you were asking about noob tubing. An Asian with Koof unheard. Yeah, no, good thing I'm not in the zero COVID policy land of my genes. I would be fucked up right now. Not by the disease, but by the invincible, infallible regime across the ocean. Or not across the ocean. I'm in Europe right now. Still in the American mindset a bit. What's that stuff? A little interaction here. The surveyor does not like the trumpeter. There's always a little in-house tent drama. I love seeing your historical art. Adoring Kinderly book with your art would be something else. Thanks for sharing this with us. Oh, no problem. I don't even know if this is accurate information. I did all of like 2 hours of research. Like I knew these terms, but I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable in this stuff. Exactly yet. So don't use this for actual deep historical research. If I did make any glaring errors with this information presented here, I'm sure someone will correct me and I will update the drawing. I want to make this huntswoman do something funny. And she's directly aiming at the mule of the group, but I assure you she will be aiming at something else. How's the weather over there? Pretty normal, very Mediterranean, very arid, I would say. It is now starting to rain. Yeah, it is freezing cold here, more than any other place I've been in when it rains. But other than that, pretty normal. Alright. Now I will actually finish the drawing of this little lady right here. Let's see. Do I want the shield to cover? Yeah, sure. Sorry if you heard gross swelling noises the whole time. I had the mic right up to my mouth. We have not invested yet in a professional streaming camera. I mean, not camera, microphone. Well, actually, we do have one, but it's very quiet. I think it's the Yeti. Yeah, there was like a problem with it. Yeah, which is a bit difficult, especially when drawing. Perhaps. Happy Sunday in Italia. Italia numero uno, campione definitivo del mundo. That's Blues Yeti. Yeah, exactly. How humorous of me to say. It's alright. We'll get the microphone when it's time. Right now this is very casual. Let's see. How do I make this web browser do that? Okay. You guys have no idea what I just did. I just moved that thing. I'm trying to figure out right now where to put her sword. The Gladius. Also, what weapon to give her. A lot of these drawings, for some reason, have the sword on the right-hand side, which is different to the medieval era, where most swords were on the left-hand side, because you were right-handed. I guess these are relatively short swords, that's probably why. Do that. Nice and simple. Can we watch Ed and Eddie? I wonder if they copyright strike you for streaming Ed and Eddie. I don't know. I have no clue what the rules are with that. Like, depends on what you're watching, I guess. I got the proportions wrong on this. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. I'll fix that in post. Don't you worry then. You made your friend on Picardo stream 2 episodes of Chowder, but it's probably different there. Yeah, like Picardo, I'm sure is like much less content moderation, whereas YouTube is very no bueno on that kind of stuff. All right, well that's one finished Legionary. I didn't do the Lorec Segmenta for this one. Just a kind of simple chainmail. So she'll be down there. Hello. Go back at you. Alright, next. The Trumpeteer. Actually, yeah, reverse hand. I love your Italian parents drawing. Well, thank you very much, Ure. They weren't, at least to the viewer, those weren't supposed to represent parents specifically. That's just in general. Very kind people I've met in the course of my life. Usually a family of friends that I've known. This thing has a very interesting shape. Now you're in Italy, you should come down to Morocco. That's actually a place that we were considering sometime in the future. Though I don't really have many destinations in mind, I should say. Really, the only countries I even think about traveling to that much are I'd like to see Switzerland one day. I'd like to see Japan one day. Uh, I'd love to visit South China to see the homeland of where my great grandpa, when he fled to Thailand, where he was from. We don't really know the exact village, but we have the region. I think we've traced that down. Somewhere in the south. Happy Sunday, hero. Can't believe I never heard your voice till now. Well, happy Sunday to you as well, fuzzy transmission man. We got Roman ruins, Argatha. Tanger is a beautiful city. So I hear. One thing I was most fascinated by was I remember I was looking up like Roman Colosseums, for specifically of like chariot racing, war chariot racing. Like with some of the most well preserved. They're like there was like one in this random countryside town now in Turkey, and the residents just like lived next to it and they didn't really think much of it their whole time. But it's like it's huge. It's impressive. It's in such good condition still after so long. What the stream buffered? Sorry about that. Is it back now? I hope it's alright. With rainstorms, you know, the connection usually gets a little wonky. Or at least after a rainstorm. I'm still trying to figure out a good streaming regular day. As of right now, I think Sunday works best. My other idea is Saturday? I don't know if that works better for people. You know, because I stream, for my equivalent, it's like 6 p.m. here. For you guys in America, probably for the most part, it's you guys are up in around noontime, 1 p.m. But, you know, it's Sunday, so I would hope that quite a few of you have a day off. So of course, I won't speculate as someone who's worked retail myself and such. In the South? Yeah, South Italy. Unless you mean South America. No, I was from New England. And raised there in Connecticut since I was a wee 4-year-old little lad. So I consider myself as pretty staunchly from that culture, but that's the kind of thing other people, identify for you. It's kind of like the New Yorker thing specifically. Who gets to call himself a New Yorker? I don't know. I've never heard it or I've never experienced it myself. I do know that New England specifically, they sometimes get a little anal about that. Like I said, I've never experienced it, but I've read like stuff that said like someone would be born in New England, like pure American, and they would say like, "Yeah, I'm a New Englander," and then they'll have like some family say, "Actually, you don't count. My family was from the Mayflower. That's a New Englander." And it's like, what do I think of that? I don't really particularly have a dog in that fight, I would say, but it is an interesting dynamic. I only know New England from Funny Kennedy, man. Yeah, Boston is pretty much the. If New England was the kingdom of two Naples, then that would. I mean, two Sicilies. I mean, Boston would definitely be the city. Let's see. Do this. Here's a trick to make more dynamic legs. I've learned. Do a little like triangle, thunderstrike. That's what I mean to say. It really does work. It really, really does. Problem is that doesn't really look like feet anymore, but that's not the fault of the thunder method. That's a personal failing. Let's see. The picture I'm referencing, the man has a cape, so I will just use that because capes are cool. I want to do his cape because I'll just make it very simple like that. Hello, little sad dog. How are you? Face with no trumpeter page, Gia. You could get yourself. Uh, Never mind. I was about to make a comment about bullying band kids, but I think they kind of it is really a point. Literally the lowest, somewhere near the lowest social strata back when I was in school, if I recall. There's no sport in it. Alright, I'm pretty happy with these so far. Things are going good. Approve, yeah. The spurt over here. Alright, next I want to do the surveyor. What's with the hatred of people pursuing art? That's a very loaded question. What would happen there? Where specifically? You mean in the West? You mean America specifically? If that's the general cultural question that I think that is, in America, it's probably because that there's been a lot of STEM worship for a while now, and that in doing that we've kind of neglected the cultural arts that made us powerful. That's something I greatly admire the French for. That their government has always funded their own cultural pursuits. I say that as someone who I don't really like French New Wave films. I get it, they're creative or whatever, but they're a fucking slog to watch, and there's not really much point in it. But the fact is, the government has funded anything they could to compete with the dominant cultural superpower of the world then, and arguably still now, I guess, which is the good old US of A. I think every culture should do that. Band kids were pretty popular at your school. 2020 Zoom. Really? Has the band kid meta changed? I graduated in like 2015, so I'm trying to avoid like as much high school updates as possible, and that's been working out pretty good for me. But that is interesting if the dynamics have changed. It's hard for me to believe, actually. Why am I doing this backwards? Here we go. The reference I was using. Back in Midwest, high school band was popular. Half the football team was in band and marching in their pads. In Spain, we haven't band kids. All right, then this might have been specifically just a my high school thing. It was so bad that like pretty much like the worst slur you could be called, socially speaking, was yeah, band kid in my school. But heck, if it's different in every school, then that blows my mind. I cannot exaggerate that the band kids were insane at my school. Spent your vacations in Fundriola. The Brit density was a shock. I did meet my first British person in Italy, yeah. That was cool. It was in an airport, so we didn't really have much of a conversation, but that was like the first time That really got me as a self-confessed Anglophile culturally. It was very cool to see, or to meet one. What up, hero? Nothing much. Just drawing some Romans. Pretty happy. I love doing group things like this, or just things with like a lot of characters. Like I haven't done the Aztec town in a while, but that was very fun to do. Those are always like a passion project for me. So I'm doing pretty good. Okay, this person has to move their head down a lot lower. There we go. Oh, but now I have a tangent for me. Fantastic. Lightning trick. Classic Hawaii Road. Are there any Legion reenactors in the region? I don't know specifically. I know there's definitely a bunch in Italy. We just saw them on the public television channels. The thing that's more popular in this region is medieval reenactments and medieval reenactment groups. Though everyone loves the Roman legions, of course. It's just yeah. Yeah, okay. So in the historical festival, they include the Romans in it, and yeah, there's also the Passion of the Christ, which is yeah the reenactment of the crucifixion. I don't know why I'm laughing as I say that. It's just the brutality of the thing, I guess, combined with it's kind of like a 9/11, I guess. It makes sense to reenact. I'm not making fun of it. I guess it's just the same level to me, coming from a country that does not really do processions. or the state that doesn't really do processions. It is really cool to me. I like it. It's just that as I'm saying it, it's like if I said like, yeah, in Connecticut we got the 9/11 reenact, something along those lines. It is interesting. In American culture, there's not really a lot of reenactment of sad things, I guess. Even though I think it is worthwhile. How to decide who plays Jesus? I'm not sure. Isn't it the same guy every year who plays Jesus? Jesus changes, but the guy who plays the king of the Pharisees, or the high like judge of the Pharisees, he's always the same guy because he looks distinctively. I mean, I don't have to say it on the live air, but you can make assumptions. But he's a very, very nice actor. I met him. I was very excited to. Kind man. The Ruby Ridge reenactment, the Waco Siege reenactment, Oregon Trail reenactment. Yeah, the Boston Massacre we do reenact. That's a good point. I forgot about that. I was really racking my head. We do reenact the Boston Massacre in Boston. That is true. The Donner Party reenactment. Yeah, if you look up the Boston Massacre reenactment, you can find footage of it on YouTube. We also reenact the Salem witch trial now I think about it. Okay, this is gonna be... Just as the music hits its crescendo, you can see the fact that I can barely draw a straight line. Or actually, maybe. It's a little tilted, but that's alright. That lends an organic feel. I've heard of reenacts with the assassination of Lincoln. Go watch the same play with a guy dressed up like Lincoln up in the balcony until he gets offed. The Civil War reenacts. Yeah, the Civil War reenacts are cool. Though I will say that's a little different when it's like a battle. You know, not that battles aren't sad. You know, the lives lost there, the brave sacrifice of many men. But specifically when it's a nightmarish incident, I guess. That is the word I would use to describe the crucifixion. Nightmarish. That's why for this reason I still haven't seen the Passion of the Christ with Mel Gibson. I gotta work my way up to it. I'm a bit of a softie when it comes to those kinds of stories. I got to the part on a plane ride, finally, of Peter denying Jesus 3 times, and that one I actually teared up on the plane, and then I was like, okay, I'm not ready for the Mel Gibson movie. Not yet. I don't have the strength. Love the way you draw faces so much. They're just so cute. Well, thank you very much. It's one of the advantages of starting out with being an anime artist, LARPer. You learn how to make very nice, simple faces. You know, Western cartooning, we used to do it as well, but it's become a bit messy recently, I guess you could say. The line art of this soldier sticks out a lot. I'll fix it later, it's alright. Let me lower the rough a bit. I don't know why I wrote men here. I'll correct that to a woman. Alright, things are going pretty good so far. At least I'm liking everything in this drawing. Usually there's at least like one moment where I go like, ugh, but things going pretty good here. I'm seeing sometimes the surveyor has like sure of the purpose of this. They have like a concrete cylinder with them. These reference drawings, so I'll just include that. I'll figure it out later what that means. What's the thing she's holding for? It's like a surveying device. I'm not sure, you know, how it works, I'll be honest, but I do know the things on the end there are called plumb bobs. And there was like a really cool, fascinating thing recently of like the designs of like these things specifically have not changed in like since the Romans. It's just a perfect little piece of equipment to survey the land, however it works. But yeah, if you just type in like Roman surveyor, you'll see like pictures of the device, and then I'm sure you could figure it out from there, and then you'll be more knowledgeable than me even. Roman Legion Huntsman. Let me see what that would look like. If they were at a Ren fair or something, they started a crucifixion reenactment, I would assume it was an Eric Andre skipping film. Yeah. The last time I went to the Renaissance Fair in Connecticut, that was what happened. I just saw a blacksmith working. That's kind of it, other than like someone like the people got to walk their dogs around, and that was cool. Someone brought in a pit bull, and then it like attacked this beagle, and it like gored the beagle. And that was a mass red pilling incident, I would say, for a crowd of like 500 New England or so people in medieval peasant clothes. A ye old pit bull incident. That was the only other thing of note at the Renaissance Fair is what I'm trying to get at. Alright, things are going pretty okay here. Let me go back to the decanus. Deaconess, maybe. It's the proper word. Deaconess Roman Legion. I mean, they probably just... in one, like, source, I read the deaconess has, 2 fetters to symbolize his ranking. But I'm not sure if that's, like, true or not. I don't see any other source saying it, so I'm not sure if I want to include that. What I do know is they don't really serve, like, any battlefield role, the deaconess. They just kind of organize the tent, or the squad in the tent. So they're in charge of making sure everyone's doing, like, what they're supposed to be doing at the end of every day. So I will give this deaconess very tired eyes. Let's see, how do I want to draw this? I want just mountains of, like, paperwork. Blacksmiths are hella fun to watch. Yes, they are very fun to watch. You have to share the deaconess like you shared a sponge on a stick. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, what their level of respect was. If they were seen as, like, hall monitors, or if they were seen as actual, you know, like, the older brother of the group traditionally. Or in the case of this little drawing, the older sister of the group. Is that Jilda? Oh, poor Jilda. Our little dog's in our house is dreaming. Yeah, I hope she's not having a nightmare. That's what I worried it was. I was gonna give the deaconess a helmet, but in order to go full effect, I think I will go with just the messy hair. I don't really like this face. I got this character. Give me a second. See if I can figure out something I prefer. Yeah, that's better. That's the look of a military. Baileyed in those eyes, yeah. Alright, that's better. Let me tell you something, controlling 20 fresh basic grads. As I go stupid drunk, I return freedoms as a fresh hell, yeah. I can imagine. Let's see, how do I wanna draw this scroll? Even at DLI, the US language school, is a whole building for fresh BMT grads. They're unhinged, man. Yeah, that's the reputation I hear. I'm trying to go with the vibe of the guy from that movie, 1911, the first like officer they meet, where he's just completely not ready or in any professional set of the word. I think I should just shadow that all out. the sake of clarity, yeah. There we go. You mean you remove vices from 18 to 30-year-olds for 2 to 3 months and expect them not to go feral? We're seeing now this is how you quickly draw a bunch of paperwork. At least in a cartoony style. There we go. That is one all set and ready deck in this. Just a bit smaller to fit in with the scale of the rest. There we go. I believe you've done sticker sheets on group draws in the past. Are you considering doing more in the future? That's a good point. I forgot about these. Yeah, I think if even some people are interested in these and stickers, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll keep these files on hand. The problem is they're going to be very, very tiny stickers. I draw in such a small pixel resolution. We'll figure it out, yeah. I can always just trace over these. Yeah, I think these would be pretty fun to draw out. I mean to print out as stickers. Going ballistic seeing me do Romans. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I was like talking with someone and I realized I did not ever draw Romans. Or at least not since like, oh, man, the Tumblr days or something like that. That was just like a one-time doodle thing. I think this would be wonderful already. Wow, last time I was in an internship in an Italian hotel kitchen when the boys came unshaven and he got chewed out for 10 minutes. Running it like a tight ship. Yeah, alright. I will finish this up and I'll send it into Send it into my guy Mitch, and he'll get to work on that. I should say rather his team gets to work on that. Let's see. Trying to find like what a Roman Legion huntsman look like. Guess I'll just type in Roman Legion archer. If I can't find anything, I'll just get a guy in a red tunic. Yeah, I'll be a red tunic person. Gonna remember this so I can find a group of guys and all of us can go as one of these positions. There's a lot of these specialist positions, but I'm not sure like how many of them are, you know, like, how do I say it? One thing I'm still trying to figure out, and I was not able to find information on it, was this is a group of like, you know, 8 legionaries, 2 support servants, and a mule, and they all have like, not all of them, you know, some of them are just stuck doing the dirty jobs, but ideally after a few years they apprenticeship into a specialist position for better pay and better working conditions when not in battle. But I don't know if they did this as a tent, as a group per se. Like, would you have 8 trumpeters? Because then they would all get along and they'll understand the job with each other. Would you have 8 huntsmen in a single tent? That way they can all hunt together without having to, you know, like sync up with other tents and have to schedule all around that, because that's a headache. So that I don't know. But at the very least you can definitely go, yeah, it's like everyone in a different position. Because, you know, some very specialist jobs, that belongs to the whole century. Like a doctor in each century. That's a group of 80 to 100 men, depending on the era. That would not be part of a Contubernium, I think. That would be like its own thing. Specifically in the Centurion's like personal assistance. What do you think about late Roman legionnaires? I mean, they had to make do with what they had, you know? It is astonishing how pretty much like a lot of early medieval aesthetics are still just pretty much based on what the late ranks of the Roman legions were. You know, there's without a doubt that they've lost a lot of their grandeur, their training. The Empire release increasingly relying on foreign mercenaries to do their work. If you're asking about Byzantine infantry, that's pretty cool. Those guys I'm doing more research into. Well, I'm mostly just learning their logistics as of right now. How they organize things, their military colonies, their themata. For the sake of the story I'm writing. See, I don't want these lined up too much with the bowstring. Give it some variance. Or not variance, the opposite, the lack of visual busyness. I think I realized the thing here that was bothering me. Your head needs to get bigger. There we go. This person is still too large. Okay, I'm gonna add more specialists, especially if there's gonna be a sticker set. I want every single soldier to be a special thing. But as of right now, this is what I got. How long have I been streaming? About an hour 16. It's either I'll either do the mule or one of the support servants to finish off the drawstream. Maybe the mule could be looking worriedly at the archer aiming down at it. Yeah, I was gonna do one of the servants, I guess, with an apple on their head, but let me draw that right now. Or maybe another legionary. I'll just draw this idea for now, in case I do it. Yeah, I want it to be another legionary so they can look very proud, unfazed. Yeah, you guys can decide. Is it the support servant or the mule that gets drawn? I'm not sure exactly, by the way, of like who these support servants, or what their position or status was, or how they were treated. In one source, I read that they were auxiliary, but I don't know if that's true or not. Auxiliary forces were usually like raising their own legions for most of the Roman history. So it'd be kind of weird to attach them in like that. And on top of that, the legions had like their own kind of slaves marching with them. So I'm not sure. But I'm just basically just gonna draw a dirty kind of haggard person in that case. Any plan on doing different soldiers in different times? Celtic, Spartan, Egyptian, etc. Or something more fantasy for Pawnee story? Yeah, I'll definitely be doing different soldiers in different times. When it comes to Pawnee Historia and like military sticker sets, not only do I want the comic to probably be a little more popular first for that, you know, as I wrap up Blue Rivers and such. I haven't finalized the designs yet of, you know, a lot of Pawnee Historia soldiers and warriors. You know, they're subject to change, so I want to make sure I got designs that I like a lot before I do that. And if we make it like, you know, focus on each empire on top of that. I've only shown like a few designs from the Middle Empire because there's so many, like, you know, they have like at least 100 commanderies, which is like former city-states that were conquered by the Empire. So there's a lot of variety in how they look. The legions, where they're raised, where the officers are from. It's a mess, but I want to draw a lot of those. It's like the Warhammer 40k's Empire, you know, there's a lot of different guard regiment looks. That kind of idea. My eyes will be peeled, looking out for this sheep. Hell yeah. Speaking of which, I take it BR is simply a 2x store? Yeah, for the most part. I'm gonna finish off the mule then. That's what I'm thinking about. Learning to draw mules. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna show off that then, if I can't even do it yet. Oh yeah, speaking again about the support servants with each tent group. The Legionaries, the ones that don't have a specialist role, are expected to do like the dirty work. Furnace stoking and like cleaning up and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure what the servants do. The one source I read mentioned that they handle the mule and they make sure the legionaries have like water on the march. But like, what else do they do? I don't know. I'm not sure. Vibe mostly, yeah. I read that support servants groomed and detailed equipment. Okay, yeah, that is pretty cool. Sometimes it says that it's possible that some support servants were like blacksmiths and stuff, but that's something legionaries did as well. But if, you know, someone's like a blacksmith role, that's a big step up from just like a simple servant. That's a pretty respected role in the army. Because it's so essential. These recent chapters been tugging my heartstrings. Oh yeah, for Blue Rivers, it's things are getting heavier and heavier. But yeah, much like, I mean, kind of the same thing with a century. By the term Tacanus, you would assume it's a 10-man group, and it is, but that mainly just refers to the legionaries. I mean, at the early foundation of the Republic, it was actually 10, but the sizes kept getting reduced, usually to units of 8 instead of 10s, as the Roman civilization goes on. I'm not sure exactly why. Have you heard of the Lost Legion, Legio Hispania? If you're referring to like the whole theory of that lost Roman legion and that like Chinese town named Legion, yeah, I have heard of it. It is an interesting read. I don't know how believable it is, but this will like entertain people too. So there's this theory, right, that this Roman legion, it was captured after a battle, I believe, like in like modern day Persia, modern day Iran, and they were sold off into like slavery pretty much. But there's a chance, of course, with like warriors, especially when they're enslaved, you can raise them instead as like a mercenary company. So there's a chance, of course, that these Roman soldiers were like pressed into service against eventually China, just moving like more and more east as their adventures take them. And because there's a town in the frontier of China that sounds like a legion, so there's a good chance that maybe, I mean, not a good chance, but there is a chance that they were settled there. And whether or not that is true or not, because it is like a bit of a jump, but you know, history's full of crazy coincidences and chances like that. The town's people in the modern day Legion, that town, have ever since that theory came out, they've been obsessed with LARPing as Romans, and it is genuinely cool. So if you look up like that town now, you will see they just run like constant festivals and stuff like that, where they're just like dressed up like that. Like, let me see if I can pull it up. Does my web browser show up? Yeah. So like, Roman Legion, China. Oh yeah, and the people there have more of a Central Asian look to their eyes. Which, yeah, that is a chance. How do I look at the town name? Let's see, yeah, Lichon. I'm not sure what to look up specifically to find like these pictures. Yeah, no, that's not it. Chinese Roman Legionary town. I'm trying really hard to find. I have seen like pictures of it. Not sure exactly what to look up. Sure, I'll accept all cookies, why not? Turns out they did genetic tests, and it turns out they are not descended from Roman soldiers. Romans is spirit. Ave, mandate of heaven, Guaylo. Ave, true to Caesar. Oh, is that the town? Did they build like Roman statues in like honor of that theory? That is pretty cool. Yeah, again, whether it's true or not, this is I mean, it is like literally like we wasn't, but it is like cool. It's more productive, I guess, to just at least make something of it. Chinese legionaries in truck. Oh, that's not. I remember distinctly they were riding a truck in this picture. Okay, yeah, I don't think we'll be able to find it today, sadly. Oh, wait, here we go. We're getting there. Yeah, this is it. Descendants of Rome in the Gobi. This exact picture that I was talking about. These guys are definitely gonna be mentioned in like Pade Historia, or at least as like the kind of look they got going on here. This is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, local villagers. I don't know how often they do this. I hope it's quite a bit. Yeah, they're just in the middle of the Gobi Desert. This is various. Their faces are red, like Guan Yu level story red. But yeah, okay. So to find this, I just typed in, or if we could probably, I guess, look up the headline "Descendants of Rome in the Gobi" and you'll find it. This is really cool. I like this. Truck Romans go hard. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. So I'll close off on that. I didn't finish the little peasant one, but you can get the vibes from that. You got the idea. Can you send me the picture of Romans in the truck? I can definitely send it to you, on committee. You specifically, of course. Alright. Well, peace out, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful night.